Happy holiday season, players. Yana here.
And Christina here.
And this is your PiMP Daily Dose for December 5th, the start of PiMP Money Award Week.
Today we'll be checking out the best sports and handheld games of the year.
But first, we're checking out life in the fast lane. Although perhaps it wasn't quite as good a year for racing games as 2010, there were still some highlights ahead of the pack. Codemasters was always going to struggle replicating the BAFTA-winning F1 2010, but in the end, all they really had to do was make a few tweaks. F1 2011 is a scintillating racing sim and one of the toughest to master without assist controls switched on. Rule changes to KERS and DRS were introduced, creating even more of a challenge, while the AI and handling were stepped up a notch. It's perhaps a little too realistic for casual fans, as you need to know your F1 and use the wheel to get the most out of the game, so accessibility across the board isn't quite there despite how great the game is. Ubisoft's stunt racer Trackmania 2 Canyon found a way to improve on previous versions with its ultra-fast gameplay, a raft of editing and multiplayer options, sweet graphics and tight arcade-style handling that is easy to learn and very difficult to master. In the end though, it came down to two very different races as our best of the year. A late addition to the lineup, Mario Kart 7 on 3DS, is pure good fun. It's one of the most feature-rich Mario Karts ever, allowing players to drive underwater and glide through the air, customize their karts, use new items and weapons, race as new characters, and the track selection is awesome. Mario Kart 7 is all the better as it really takes advantage of the 3DS's potential visually, and gameplay is easy, though of course there's nothing like the Wii version. As a 3DS exclusive though, it means we move on to the second of two Codemasters releases to make the list, Dirt 3, providing all the tail-sliding rallying action we've come to expect from the series. Online functionality is superb, gameplay is tight and responsive with a noticeable difference in surfaces, and it is easily the best looking and sounding dirt game yet. Events, disciplines, locations and track variations are numerous, and as a largely time-based racer, Dirt 3 holds a great deal of longevity. For a game with so many options that not only looks cool but plays great, Dirt 3 gets the PiMP Money Award for the best racing game of 2011.
As they say, two things are certain every year: taxes and sports games. 2011 was another big year for sports, with EA in particular setting out blanket improvements across the EA Sports range. Madden blasted through the line of scrimmage, and improved presentation and collisions were refined to become more realistic. It's a great game as always, but it doesn't expand enough for the non-hardcore, and for some gamers, it stalls just shy of the first down. NHL, on the other hand, won the face-off to become one of the best in the series. It's more alive than ever before, and although visually the same as last year, the core mechanics are better and more realistic than we've seen. On the other EA Sports titles, Fight Night Champion holds the championship's belt for a large amount of content, realistic graphics, excellent presentation, and a deep champion mode, while Tiger Woods' PGA Tour 12 is the best golfing game yet, though it suffered from a caddy that's just too damn good, making the game way easier than it should have been. Sony exclusive, MLB 11 The Show confirmed its position as the ultimate baseball sim, while FIFA won the battle with PES 2012 as Konami failed to build on last year's promise. Although 2K Games delivered yet another fantastic game in the NBA 2K series, FIFA 12 was such a giant leap forward on previous titles, introducing a controversial but welcome tactical defending feature, the player impact system, and title control to become the PiMP Money Award winners for Best Sports Game of 2011.
With the launch of the 3DS, the handheld market was dominated by Nintendo, while the PSP took a backseat. But mobile games were big too, with several standouts on the iPad. Of the mobile games, Jetpack Joyride was a highly addictive, fun-filled title with a simple design and snappy controls. Draw Race 2 was an excellent top-down racer on iPhone and iPad 2, improving on its predecessor by enhancing graphics, game modes and controls, while Machinarium was ported beautifully to the iPad 2. Standout 3DS titles include remakes of Star Fox 64 and The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, while Cave Story 3D received deserved critical acclaim. And as we have seen, Mario Kart 7 has done a lot to enhance the reputation of the 3DS system itself, in a brilliantly reworked edition of the game that spawned 1,000 like it. But when all was said and done, Super Mario 3D Land is top dog, with some amazing level design, an accessible 3D experience that doesn't want to make you vomit much, and a wealth of content to make the Italian plumber's latest adventure the PiMP Money Award winner for Best Handheld Game of 2011. And that's your PiMP Daily Dose for December 5th, and the first of the PiMP Money Awards for 2011.
Tomorrow we'll be taking a look at the best fighting games, best platform/puzzle, and the best download/arcade titles.
See you tomorrow.